Yo, what's up guys, Felix from Giant Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how you can become a successful entrepreneur, successful in entrepreneurship, become your own boss while still being an introvert. You won't believe how many people actually message me, comment on my videos, hit me up every day saying, hey Felix, I'm not the most popular kid in school. Hey Felix, I'm not super outgoing. I'm an introvert. I don't like being around too many people. How do I do entrepreneurship? How do I become a successful entrepreneur? How do I master the skill sets of entrepreneurship, which is a people business, when I'm not somebody who likes being around a ton of people? In this video, I'm going to tell you exactly that. Before this video starts, be sure to check the first link in the description if you want to learn how to build a business buying and reselling diabetic medical commodities. There are over 30 million people inside of America who have diabetes. The stats are 1 in 10 people are diabetic, and those are the exact people that we get these diabetic medical commodities from, and then we flip them back to big name wholesalers / pharmacy. So if you want to learn how that business works, check the first link in the description, the 5th link in the description, and after this announcement we'll get right into the video. But the 5th link in the description is a link to Webull. If you deposit at least 1 penny, you'll get access to 6 free stocks in your brand new Webull brokerage account. So check the first link for information on building a business buying and reselling diabetic medical commodities. It's the business that allowed me true financial freedom and really allowed me to get my start so I could build other businesses, invest into real estate, and really start making power moves. And then, like I said, the 5th link is information where you can go and pick up 6 free stocks on Webull when you make your brokerage account. But like I said, in this video, we're going to be talking about how being an introvert and how entrepreneurship can go together, because in the end, being an entrepreneur, being your own boss, is a people business. And when being an entrepreneur, you have to learn a variety of skills. Now, in the beginning, there's no way you're going to know these skills. I made a video the other day, depending on when this video goes up, that the difference between the poor and the rich, or the successful and unsuccessful, the people that are financially well off and the people that struggle financially, is information. So in the beginning, your bucket of skills, right, isn't going to be full, right? But over time, you're going to have to add those skills to that bucket. At one point, me, the person that has made over 600 videos, has millions of views, have built multiple businesses, between, a real estate company, a trucking company. I've done real estate, still do real estate, still run all these businesses with teams and employees in place. And I'm somebody that used to be almost like a hermit-like personality. I didn't like getting up in front of class and talking to people. I didn't have tons of friends in school. I wasn't the most popular kid, but over time, I filled my bucket up with skills. So in the beginning, if you're not somebody who has sales experience, if you're not somebody that's organized, if you're not somebody that can be a leader, if you're not somebody that can build company culture, if you're not somebody that are able to do all of these skill sets, that's all right. In the beginning, you have to start somewhere. So in the beginning, there's a good chance that you won't be a leader. There's a good chance you won't know how to talk on the phone. There's a good chance you won't know how to sell. There's a good chance that all of these different things that I'm talking about, you won't know how to do. But over time, you do have to learn how to do these things. Because being an introvert, being the quiet kid, being the person that wasn't the most popular, isn't it an excuse to not become successful? Isn't it an excuse to not become financially free? Isn't it an excuse to not master entrepreneurship and become your own boss? So in the beginning, yes, we understand. You're not the most popular person. You don't like talking to people. You don't like being around a bunch of people. Me neither, to be honest, me neither. But I realized that it's not an excuse. How do you get good on the phone? You get good on the phone by being on the phone. How do you become a good leader? By leading people. How do you do the thing that you're scared to do and get good at it? By doing it, right? Fear, right? Fear stands for what? Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. So right now, you might be petrified to make phone calls to whether it's sellers for real estate. I get a lot of these introversion questions for people doing real estate because you have to cold call. It's also for people who are doing the business of buying and reselling medical commodities that I say, because you have to go meet people to buy their supplies, right? Obviously, they're going to call you up. They're going to see your advertisement. And they're going to say, hey, I have these extra diabetics testing supplies. And then I give people a script on what to say, what to pay, what to look for, and what to know and how to know if the diabetic medical commodities the person that's calling you has is good enough to buy. But some people are so scared of those conversations. And I'm telling you, it's not that hard. Yes, it's hard, but what what a lot of people do when it comes to entrepreneurship is before they even get started, they worry about everything in the world, right? So people tell me taxes, LLC, business structure, accounting. Yes, you have to worry about all those things, but don't let something that you haven't even done stop you from getting there, right? A lot of people, before they even start something, they already count themselves out because they're worrying about what could go wrong instead of what could go right. So you being an introvert, yes, we understand. I'm an introvert. I don't like being around a lot of people. I don't go to clubs. I go, but I don't really prefer being in a loud nightclub with thousands and thousands of people. But at the same time, somebody who was almost like a hermit, where I didn't like being around a lot of people, certain people I couldn't have certain conversations. Now I can. I've equipped myself with a bunch of skill sets. So somebody like myself who was once so shy to be around, anybody, I can now hold a conversation. I can now talk to a bunch of people. I can now do a sales call. I can now build a team. I can have a good company culture. I know how to treat my employees. So what I'm saying is, can you be an introvert and be an entrepreneur? 1000%. Now, right now, you're probably at the bottom, or maybe you're in the middle, or maybe you're already successful. I don't know what level you're at. But what I'm saying for this video is being an introvert is not an excuse to not be successful. And actually, I would bet there are more successful introverted entrepreneurs than there are extroverted entrepreneurs, because introverts are people who are a lot of the time in their own mind, for good or for bad, right? Sometimes you being in your mind excessively can really mess your mind up. Sometimes it can benefit you. But I say that to say, if you're in your mind right now and you don't think that you can do all these skill sets of an entrepreneur, be a leader, be a team builder, build company culture, do sales, overcome rejection, you can. It's not going to happen right away, but over time you can. And it doesn't matter if you're quiet, it doesn't matter if you're shy, it doesn't matter how your personality is. Over time, you will acquire all the skill sets that are going into the entrepreneur pot. Because as an entrepreneur, you need to have a ton of skill sets. It's not just like an employee. You show up to work, you clock in, you do a few buttons on a computer, you go home on Friday, you get a check. As an entrepreneur, you need to create value to create income. So 1000% being an introvert and being an entrepreneur, in fact, I think it's actually a benefit because you're very self-analytical. Where somebody who isn't so in their mind, and like I said, as an introvert, sometimes being in your mind can mess you up from time to time, but it's no excuse. It's no excuse. Right now, you might be nervous, but the only way to overcome those things is simply to do it. How did I get good at sales? By getting on the phone hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands and thousands and thousands of times. How did I get good at being a leader and building teams and having good employees? By hiring, firing. Everything that I have to this day didn't happen overnight. It took time. And that's another thing. People don't realize that this entrepreneur stuff that people see with these fast cars and the big houses and the lifestyle, yes, it happens, but it takes time. It doesn't happen right away. I'm 27. I'm about to be 28. I thought when I first started entrepreneurship in 1920, I thought immediately by the time I'm 21, I'll be a millionaire. Not true. So what I say to say, because my camera's going to die soon, is yes, being an introvert and being a successful entrepreneur and your own boss is very possible. I think it's actually more possible than you even realize, but the skill sets may take you time to build. But work on the skill sets. Work on gathering the information and taking that information and building skill sets. Being an introvert, being quiet, being shy is not a cop-out. It's not an excuse. You have no excuse. You have to become financially free in today's day and age. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to put a like on it. Be sure to grab those 6 free stocks by depositing at least 1 penny with the 5th link in the description. And if you want information on how to flip medical commodities, that information is in there as well. Again, thank you guys so much for the support. Drop a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.